Okay, we're back. Now I've already made my injection. What I did was took some of the meat from, or some of the leftover fat and meat, the strips that I trimmed off of this, and put it in a little bit of water with some 3 beef bouillon cubes and some of my blended seasoning. So I'm gonna use that as a injection on my brisket here. I'm gonna pull this and get me a full syringe of this, and I'm gonna start kind of injecting this as much as I can until you start to feel it swell a little bit, like a little grid all the way across. And then we want to kind of open it up a little bit. Sometimes you have to do that to kind of get it to inject. I know there was a fellow, old Cajun guy, used to tell stories and jokes all the time at one time. But I got a few jokes, but I can actually tell you stories about my family that'll make you laugh. Just kind of give you an idea. I had my little brother, bless his heart, is gone now. He would have been 56 this past Friday. Tell a story one time when I was coming home on leave as a Marine. Had a little old dog. Looked down, I was coming in the house, and I hadn't seen him in a while. I'd been out in the Fleet Marine Corps, and as I was going down and walking up in the house, and I saw him, I looked down and I said, Frank, I said, it had a small dog, a lot of fur. I said, what is that, a Shih Tzu? He said, no, he's a good dog. These are true stories, and I'm telling you the truth. So what I'm doing now is kind of getting this all injected so that I can go ahead and start. Because I want this thing to be full of flavor and tender at the same time. And I'm gonna do not only the flat, but I'm gonna do the end as well. Now I've got to take some of my blended family seasoning, and we want to give it a good coat. Because when we get ready to start cooking, we want it to have a good bark on the outside of it. And then, but we want it to be flavorful, so that when we start cutting it, after we done wrapped it the second time, it'll have a good flavor, and a good little bite to it when you bite into it. And hopefully come out tender as well. So we're gonna doctor this up, try and get as much on there. We don't want it over powerful, but we want it covered. You don't want to see a whole lot of meat. Not till it comes due, because we want that flavor to sink down in there. All right. Roll that over. We see where we scored it. That way that seasoning will get down in there. Into that meat. Like I said, don't be afraid to put it on there. So a lot of this will cook off.
Or cook in.
Or cook in. That is correct. Like I said, this is a pretty good recipe. I still can't get past that smell that Robert was trying to share with me. Robert was awesome. It's good family. I call him brother because he is my brother. I believe so anyway. I hope he feels the same way. He's a good man. Tamika, a great person. All right, we're going to put that in there. We're going to let that set overnight. There's one. And that's the flat. Now we're going to take the end, like I said we did before, did the same thing, kind of butterflied that out a little bit.
You're going to inject it first?
Ooh, thank you. Almost forgot. Inject it. It's getting too big of a hurry.
That's why you have a helpmate.
But I digress. All right, like I said, we want to work where it kind of gets in the meat. Ooh, some of it. Now the flat, is usually good for like burnt ends, and we'll do that after we get everything cooked good. And what you do with that is you kind of cook it again a second time with a lot of sauce. And what you do is you'll have a good, something for like a good just snack. Of course, you make a meal out of it too if you want. All right, got that injected. We're gonna start doctoring the meat up. It said our main focus, now this end, we'll cook with the fat side down as well too, so that flavor of that will get into the meat as well. Then kind of help tenderize it. Of course, if it's done right, it's a pretty tender piece of meat. Done wrong, chewing on the side of the leather. So, and again, don't be too shabby at putting on the seasoning. And you gotta cut it right too. Oh, that smells so good. All right. And like I said, we'll get doing normally for a competition. Apparently, you're not supposed to. Your meat's supposed to be just still in the pack, and we have to do this afterwards. So odds are I'd marinate it for probably an hour or so. So hopefully, if I've had time to do so, I'd do it like that and let it marinate for an hour. But since we're doing this, just kind of practicing, getting ready, I'm doing this for my family. And I want to let my family know that I love them. And I'm grateful for them. So we'll see you in the morning when I start up the grill and get it started before we go to church.